Hello, everybody. Let's get started with our week 4 announcements. We're working our way through the semester, and after this week, everybody will have taken the first quiz. And the only element of the class you will not have seen yet are exams, which will go very similarly to the quizzes. But let's just get to the announcements. Quiz 1 is this week. Many of you have already completed this. The first attempt is today. That's Monday, the 8th of February, and you have it from 9 a.m. till 9 p.m. Eastern Time to complete it. Once you start the quiz, you'll be given 12 minutes to complete the 12 questions on the quiz. After you're done, you'll get one chance to review your answers. And tomorrow, I'll have all the results from the first attempt. And what I'll do is I'll catalog all the most missed questions and concepts, prepare a reply, release that as a Canvas discussion where you can see me giving you supplemental instruction in a written format. And then you can also post about your specific needs for feedback that you need to do better on your second attempt of quiz 1. So the second attempt, if you choose to take it, will be this Thursday, the 11th of February, again from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., same amount of time. The material covered is the same, but I pull questions from a pool, so the rendition of your quiz will be slightly different. But hopefully by reviewing for Tuesday and Wednesday and seeing what you missed this week, if you missed anything, hopefully you get a 12 out of 12. That's what I always hope, that you studied up and get a perfect score. But if you do miss anything, you'll know what you missed. You'll know what you need to go study. You'll have that discussion to help you improve for the second attempt. Now, note, if you're happy with your first attempt grade, you are welcome to skip the second attempt. If you take the second attempt, your quiz 1 grade will be the average of quiz 1 and first attempt and quiz 1 second attempt. So if you got an 8 on the first attempt and then you improved and you got a 12 on the second attempt, your quiz 1 grade will be a 10 out of 12. So just a little information. If you haven't reviewed the quiz policy, please go review the quiz policy. There are additional things about how I count up the total number of points, how your final quiz average is determined for the class. If you're confused about the 2-attempt policy, make sure you review that. And if you're still confused, please see some of my previous videos or email me or post on one of our chat options or post on a Canvas discussion. Okay, so now hopefully everybody's aware that quiz 1 is this week. Quiz 2 is chasing quickly on the heels, and quiz 2 is going to be next week. So quiz 2 will be in week number 5. The first attempt will be next Monday. The second attempt will be a week from this Thursday. It's going to cover Unit 1, Part 2, and it's going to go from topic 2 about what is observable based on your latitude. So pretty much exactly where we ended on quiz 1 material, I'll pick up for quiz 2 material. And I'll go all the way through what we're covering here in week 4, angular measurement and the method of parallax that we use in astronomy to determine distances. The specific topics are navigating the stars. This is the continuation from last week. Particularly as what is observable based on your latitude here on Earth. So what stars could you see from Knoxville if you are given equatorial coordinates? Could you see those stars? We'll cover diurnal, annual, and precessional motions of the Earth and the changes they make in the sky. Phases of the moon, one of the big topics of the class. I should say that with the annual motions, a big topic as well are the seasons. So make sure you pay attention to the seasons. Also covers eclipses and then angular measurement and parallax. The quiz hints are available to you on Canvas, so be sure to check those out, go through them, and there will be a preparing for quiz 2 Canvas discussion that I'll put up later this week, maybe even later today, where if you have any questions about that material, you can post them there. Okay. So just a reminder that after today, I am going tomorrow morning. I'll wake up. Actually, I'll probably look tonight because I'm always curious about these things. But tomorrow, I will prepare a Canvas discussion that will be supplemental information about all the things that were most missed, the most commonly missed concept, the biggest misconceptions, the most missed questions, and I will prepare for you feedback that you can go through and read on that Canvas discussion, and then you can post on that Canvas discussion as well if you want more specific feedback, or if I didn't answer a question that you did have about the quiz. And then that way we open up the door for you to interact with me and engage with me to get what you need to do better on your second attempt. Another big announcement for this week Doesn't have anything to do with class other than the fact that it's awesome astronomy going on, especially planetary astronomy. But I want to make sure that everybody is aware that the new Mars rover that NASA is sending to Mars, it's almost there. It's about to arrive at Mars. Their Perseverance rover is going to land on Mars and Jezero crater in 10 days' time. So today is Monday, the 8th of February, which means that it's going to land on Thursday, the 18th of February. The approximate landing time is 3:55 p.m. Eastern time. And this is a wild, wild way of putting a rover on the surface of Mars. They use this for the Curiosity rover. It's called a sky crane, and there'll be the capsule that the rover is contained in. It'll go blasting through the thin atmosphere of Mars, protected by a heat shield so it doesn't burn up. And then that will pop open and the sky crane will deploy, where it'll have these it'll have these rockets on a platform that will stabilize it and slowly lower towards the surface. And then on a tether, the rover will be dropped down until it gently connects with the surface of Mars. And then the tether will break and the sky crane platform will fly off and crash off in the distance. That way it doesn't stir up any dust into the sensitive rover instruments or onto the rover, and it does not crash into the rover itself. So it's going to be a combination of heat shielding to get into the atmosphere, deploy a parachute, and then sky crane down to the surface. It's going to be amazing. So this mission, the Perseverance mission, is a very dedicated mission. It's going to Jezero crater, which is about 4 billion years ago was a large lake on Mars that filled up a crater. It has an inflow channel and an outflow channel. And there is a huge delta. And what it's going to be doing is rooting around, trying to do all the science it possibly can on understanding the ancient Mars that was a wet Mars that had a full water cycle with rain, rivers, lakes, the whole thing, very suitable for life. And will actually be looking for signs of life. Another exciting part about the Perseverance Perseverance rover and mission is that it will be drilling samples and collecting them in tubes that are meant to be brought back to the Earth from a future mission that's down the road. And it also is going to carry a little tiny helicopter that can hop around the area by helicoptering around. So lots of exciting things. I believe our astronomy club is going to be doing a watch party for this. And once I get that sort of information, I'll let you know as a class. But I can talk about this and you can see the generic screen, or I can show you a couple of videos. So the official course announcements for the week are now over. If you want to check out, now's your chance. You can go ahead and check out. If you want to learn a little bit more about Perseverance and what's happening, and it's going to be super duper cool, so stick around, then go ahead and pause it, take a break, or go ahead and just hang on. I'm going to actually show you some of the NASA videos about what's going to be happening next week when Perseverance lands on Mars. I have 2 videos, so if you need to go get popcorn, now's the time. If not, I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen. Make sure I share my sound so you can hear the videos, and we'll watch these 2 videos. All right, so this first one is sort of an overview of the mission. So sit back, relax. I'm just going to be quiet and put this on full screen, and hopefully we won't get too many ads that pop up.
You know, Mars is the closest place that we can reach with robotic exploration that we think had a really good chance of having ancient life.
The Perseverance rover will land at a location called Jezero Crater. Jezero Crater is a very interesting place. It's a crater that once held a lake.
There are a lot of craters on the surface of Mars that could have once hosted ancient lakes, but not every crater that we think had a lake actually preserves evidence that that lake was there.
It had an inflow channel and it had an outflow channel. That means it was filled, the crater was filled with water.
In Jezero, we have probably one of the most beautifully preserved delta deposits on Mars in that crater.
This is a wonderful place to live for microorganisms, and it is also a wonderful place for those microorganisms to be preserved so that we can find them now so many billions of years later.
There is no other place on Mars that has the unique combination of a lake setting, a beautifully preserved delta, and the diverse mineralogy that we have in Jezero Crater. So it's truly a special landing site.
The major goal of the Perseverance mission is to investigate astrobiology on Mars, and in particular, to address the question of whether life ever existed on Mars. The Perseverance rover starts with a design that's very similar to Curiosity, but we've added to it a whole new set of science instruments. And these science instruments were purposefully selected to help us in the search for biosignatures.
We're going to be taking microphones with us. For the first time, we're going to have that human sense on another planet.
Perseverance carries with her a grand experiment in spacefaring technology, a helicopter, the name of which is now Ingenuity.
One of the major upgrades that Perseverance has from Curiosity is that it's able to self-drive for a distance of up to 200 meters per day. As the rover is driving, it's literally building the map of the road it's driving on Mars.
Scientists for years have told us that to really unlock the secrets of Mars, we have to bring samples from Mars back to Earth.
So what Mars 2020 is going to do is to drill samples, put them in small tubes. We're going to seal it in its own individual tube. We set them on the surface to provide a target for the second two missions, which hopefully will get in development in the next several years and could potentially get the samples back to Earth by 2031.
Perseverance is a very, very profound first step in both our understanding of our place in the universe and a stepping stone towards human exploration on Mars.
All right, so hold on. That's just the first of two videos I wanted to show you. The next one is a simulation of the landing sequence that is going to go through. We have what we call the 7 minutes of terror because it takes time for light, the radio signals that the spacecraft will send from Mars back to Earth, where it takes about 7 minutes for those signals to get here. So while it's going through all of its landing phases, it doesn't have enough time for the information of that landing sequence to travel to the Earth for us to know what's going on. So we're in the dark on its entire landing sequence for 7 minutes. Since it's such a complicated and advanced landing methodology, we call that the 7 minutes of terror because we don't know whether or not it successfully landed or if it crashed into the surface for those 7 minutes. So we wait with bated breath until we get that signal that tells us that the landing has been successful and Perseverance is on the surface of Mars, ready to begin operations. All right. So one more video, and let's just go ahead and hop right in. This one's 3 minutes long. So I know that looks ridiculous, but it worked for the Curiosity rover remarkably well. It's an amazing feat of engineering that NASA put together. And I'm really excited about this. I'll let you know if there's going to be a watch party hosted by our local astronomy club. I'll probably try to give you some more information about the astronomy club if you're interested in joining. But I hope you enjoyed and I hope you stuck around to watch these. And that's what I have for the announcements for today. I hope you enjoy the videos this week. Good luck with quiz 1. Remember that quiz 2 is next week. The quiz hints are available, so please start studying. All right, I'll see you in the videos.